Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Scorpio, it's Sun, Moon, or Rising, and it's the weekly reading for the week of September 9th to the 15th. So your cards this week, Scorpio, we have an Oracle card, Priestess, and then we have Past Position, Nine of Cups, with the Six of Swords. We have the Chariot and the Six of Wands in the present position. Future, we have Page of Cups and the Two of Cups. So even though we have past, present, and future energies here, I read the cards in the order that feels intuitively right. We'll read the Oracle card out at the end, but Priestess, it's really about how you're being called to step up and lead. So we'll just keep that in mind as we go through the reading. So, past positions. Let's start here with the Six of Swords and the Chariot. So yeah, I just want to say the Chariot is coming up all over the place at the moment. I think I've had it in 3 readings today so far. So we have strong energy here of moving on, moving forward, leaving the past in the past. So I feel like some of you are moving on from a situation that was no longer fulfilling for you on an emotional level. So, you know, we have a couple of people in the boat here who are a little bit in a, there's a bit of a feeling of disappointment, of grief here, leaving something. It might be quite regretfully leaving a situation. So, even though there might have been quite a lot of good in a situation, you've known that for the greater good and to reach the next level in your life, you did need to move on from it. So it's a general reading. It'll be different for all of you, but for example, it could be a relationship where even though you had a beautiful companionship, there could have been something fundamentally missing. Maybe you had really different mindsets around money, and you knew you were never going to be able to achieve the kind of success that you really desired, or financial freedom. It could be a job that, even though you loved the colleagues that you worked with, there was no progression or salary raises or that kind of thing. So you really had to, for the greater good, leave that situation behind. And it's possible that that situation could have caused you some heartbreak, some emotional turmoil as well. So you've really decided to leave that situation so that you can go into a much more calm, peaceful reality. Now, when the Six of Swords comes up, the reminder is, if you can, try and leave the swords of the past, the pain, the hurt, the memories on the shore, rather than taking them in the boat like these people here. If we can move on with an empty vessel and a clear slate, that's a much better position to then create a new future from. Then here we have the Chariot, this is a strong card of victory. You also have the Six of Wands in your reading, which is another card of victory. So I really feel this is the right move for you, and you are the one that's really coming out victorious in this, because you're stepping up and leading through that Priestess energy. I think a lot of you are honoring your intuition and doing the right thing that your gut's been telling you to do for a long time, finally taking action on that. And, it can be completely understandable and normal to have some mixed feelings about it. Because, here we see the sphinxes that are intended to pull this chariot, and they are opposing forces, and they're kind of heading in different directions here. So these can stand for that indecision about, maybe I should have stayed in that situation, whereas the other part of you knows strongly that you should have moved on. It can be, that struggle and decision making, the being in two minds about it. The key to moving forward is to bring those opposing forces into alignment, and then you can actually move on. Because you can see here too that this person here, he doesn't have any reins to guide this heavy stone chariot. He just has a magician's wand. So what it tells us is that it's through your intention alone, that's what is needed to bring those forces into unity in order to move forward. Now we also, have 2 indicators of travel here in these cards. Some of you literally could be physically relocating and might just be relocating home. It could be houses or home. It could be actually, leaving a town, heading home after being, in a job somewhere away, but now that's over, you can return home. Or it could be traveling or relocating for another relationship or homes or job situation, as we have those 2 strong indicators of travel. Either way, you are moving on, and you're moving on victoriously. So, look at this. Page of Cups and Two of Cups. So, you are moving on from a situation, but I feel like it's not going to be long before another situation presents itself to you. We have the Two of Cups here. Yes, it can most definitely be a relationship coming in, a soulmate, somebody that you really connect with, but it could also be a beautiful friendship or a new business partner, a new business collaboration, a new creative artistic collaboration. But I feel like there could be someone coming in for you pretty soon, actually. Someone who you really, really connect with, really feel the click with. Could be someone of a water sign, Scorpio, Cancer, or Pisces, or it could also be a Leo. We link to Leo here with this card. And you'll know when you see this person, I think there'll be a sense of magnetism because it is almost like a karmic meeting. Now we have that clarified with the Page of Cups. So I think this person that you're meeting is somebody who potentially is quite creative, quite quirky, could be somebody who is younger than you or just has a younger energy. Those people that sort of are always youthful and open-minded and flexible and creative, that kind of thing. With the Page of Cups too, this meeting could be quite unexpected. It could be a chance encounter. I mean, here we have a cup with the fish jumping out of it. It sort of says to us that, there's surprises on the horizon. Things can just jump out when you least expect it. So there really could be a chance encounter. So if you do sort of, and when you meet someone and it has that energy, because it does stop you in your tracks and you feel it in your gut as well. So really strongly feel like somebody could be coming in that really is a key initiator in this new chapter that you're starting. And yes, it could be romantic, but yeah, it could also be a business partnership or creative partnership as well. So be on the lookout for that. And I really feel this new beginning that you're setting out on, Scorpio, has the potential to be very fulfilling. So again, we have a card of victory here, and we have a card of emotional fulfillment. We have the Nine of Cups here, one step off a Ten of Cups reality. Nine of Cups is about wish fulfillment. Have you wished for this person, this partnership, this situation? Have you wished for someone just to kind of come in out of nowhere? Have you wished for that? Because it could most definitely be a reality this week or in the surrounding weeks, because they're not necessarily, time specific or rigid, these readings. And, it's about being content. It's about, feeling like you've got this beautiful suite of cups that you've worked hard with that are on display. It's about emotional fulfillment, it's about joy, and it's about happiness. That's really beautiful. Clarified with the Six of Wands here. Yeah, I mean, this is a card about being victorious, about, riding into that new future with your head held high. And, it can also be the card of being publicly recognized for that. So other people could be recognizing, what a great job, It's so good that you stepped up and led and made the call and moved on. And I think you're really going to be in your element. You're going to be noticed. You could also be quite attractive at the moment, and that's obviously why you've got magnetic connections coming in for you. So strong sense of victory here. It's really about number 6 here. You've got 2 6s in your reading. This is about harmony. It's about growth. You're moving into a much more harmonious period of your life, much more peace, much more joy. But to get there, obviously you've had to leave something and go through that growth period in order to arrive. So really, really beautiful. I'll read out your oracle card here, Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? The Priestess is a teacher dedicated to service, freedom, and leadership. You don't need to have it all together to lead. In fact, it helps if you don't. No one wants a perfect angel who hasn't made any mistakes. Let your life be your message. Don't underestimate the power of sharing your story. It's by hearing someone else's journey that we feel less alone. We recognize that we're actually all in this thing called life together. So share along the way, Scorpio, that can be really great for getting other people's advice and for helping you feel supported and nurtured on your journey. But I really feel like you're going to be in a place of power. You're going to be stepping up and leading from an intuitive, instinctual place. And through being in that energy, it's going to allow you to have the strength to move on. I think A lot of you probably already have moved on or are in the process of that now, but you're moving on towards a greater sense of victory, wish fulfillment, contentment, and joy. Okay, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. Leave me a comment. Let me know how this plays out in your daily life. I'd love to hear it because it sounds like it's all good. Keep in mind it's a general reading. It won't resonate for every Scorpio, and I'll be back here for another reading with you next week.